In this video, folks, I'm sharing the ultimate secret to acquiring that elusive blueprint you've wanted for a while. It's about finding it super fast, eliminating the hours spent searching in the wrong places, or perhaps even on the completely wrong map. Maybe you've already gotten the daily tip telling you exactly which location is the best for your needs. I've located a tracker specifically for you, tested it thoroughly, and recommend it. Maneuvering on a PC is a breeze with this. It really responds well. And even if you are using your mobile phone to access the website, you'll find that the interface is incredibly user-friendly. And above all, it shows all the blueprints, it shows the locations, it shows a heat map, which map condition has to be active, and which containers you have to loot. Incredibly cool. You should definitely favorite it. And before I show it to you, please be so kind. You watch it every day completely free of charge anyway. Please subscribe to my channel and no longer be one of the almost 80% who regularly tune in, including on TikTok. Just remove the plus. Support is not murder. As I said, you can watch all of this completely free of charge. I would be really incredibly happy about that, so that the videos continue to be suggested to others as well. There's a link to our Blueprinttracker.io in the video description. Oh, this tracker is really easy to use and very well organized. One can see quite clearly what is legendary, what is epic, and you see this symbol here. You have the options of confident, very high, and so on. Thus, what's the probability, or rather the quality, of the information concerning where we can find the blueprint? Furthermore, the higher we see this logo placed, the greater the probability becomes that a sufficient amount of data has been collected. This increased probability strongly suggests that the information presented on the heat map, which I will show you shortly, is indeed. Let's take the honored wolf pack, for example. All you need to do is click on it, and then some data will appear here. Then you can see that the best map is Berry City. I would still recommend Stella Montez. I'll show you the heat map in a moment to see what it looks like, because not every blueprint has a heat map for the blueprint. Well, it's the same with the Wolfpack. As reported by Wolfpack, the website is currently collecting a substantial amount of data. Sooner or later, data for the other maps will undoubtedly be added, but currently, the Buried City map seems most likely to feature residential desk loot, meaning items such as desks, drawers, and what I believe to be trash cans. I'm not entirely certain they're trash cans. They could be something else. And metal grades. You have to crack open the square boxes. I think those are the ones they're talking about. In here, it also clearly states on blue, on Buried City, only in the night raid. Should your attention wander from the allure of Buried City, then fear not. The heat map is readily available to explore. Now, wouldn't you agree there are further details here worthy of our scrutiny? Here we can see, for example, map distribution, which are basically the maps. 43% of the collected data is on Buried City. 43%, 33 then on the Dam Battlefield, Spaceport, Blue Gate, and on. And as for which map condition should be activated, 92% state quite clearly in the night setting, the day setting, or an electromagnetic storm, Taurus Tight. I have no idea whether any of you have ever located the blueprint in Tarat. I really can't tell you how well that fits, but this tracker definitely indicates, pay attention. That's what you'll see when you open the heat map, and then you can see here quite clearly. Everything's fine. This red area, this area has to be the spot. Then you just click this red area, and that's simply brilliant. It couldn't be easier, really. Then he immediately states, attention, this is where we locate the Wolfpack grenade. Let's go over the map condition, night raid, Buried City, and what we need to loot. Here we see desks, drawers, the blue lockers, the red lockers, and so forth, the interrupt loss and so forth. Now, if you're thinking, wow, all right, Buried City isn't really my go-to map, I'd always choose Stella Montez. For the Wolfpack, click Stella Montez. And what's odd is, there aren't any coordinates or data logged yet. It's not a problem if you generally know where to look, because you can just, we'll go to blueprints here again, then we see the general data, then we go straight to data, then we can just imagine you're now entering, for example, we just go in with a fresh raider after the expedition. Maybe you haven't quite gotten your preferred blueprint yet, the one you absolutely want, then just go to the heat map here, which is a general overview of where the loot is most concentrated. This allows you to quickly determine likely areas to search even without a precise location already noted for your target blueprint, heat map of all blueprints, and then you zoom in on the battlegrounds, for example, and that's the cool thing. Then we go to red here, pull this in now. This then shows every conceivable blueprint, every single one that we can actually find at this specific location in the northern area of the damn battleground. For example, we have the snaphook in the night raid or electromagnetic storm. It's here. It is allegedly found supposedly only and exclusively within the electromagnetic storm. In addition to those, we have a few other Tempest blueprints here, including options for nighttime conditions and the like. From here, we can clearly see that there are 20 additional items which we need to loot. With regards to the Wolfpack grenade, though, what I really wanted to bring up is that if you've already established this, then all right, we need to go with Stellamont, as the data for the Wolfpack grenade hasn't yet been explicitly entered into the system. In that case, we'll select Stellamontes and then proceed to a pour to make sure we get the right floor level. Then it loads that briefly, and I would always take Stellamontes in the night raid because the map is simply very, very small, and I know that which is in these trash cans. Next, click on the heat map here. For instance, click on this green dot. We'll then take a look and see what data we have. In the night raid, for example, there could be Tempest or Tactical MK3 defense. Let's take a look here. Here we have the Wolfpack grenade in the next pick in one of these trash cans. These very tall, candle-thin trash receptacles where we just slide this lid aside. This is, for example, a spot, if you know roughly, or here, it's very, very red. Here, for example, I know that this is a locked room. Here we need a key card, so to speak. A critical detail. The Tempest is a feature of the night raid, and we can find it in similarly locked rooms during day raids. However, the actual focus here is on the blueprint, not in the distant past, but right here now. So we've got the Tempest blueprint, the Survivor, the MK Augment or Gumpy, and the list goes on. Thus, you are able to perform this task with any kind of map, and I think it's just cool that we can just do it on a whim. Without that, when we are in the process of locating a specific blueprint, we cannot directly select it here, even if we are currently without a target, as we might be in the initial stages of using a new raid. We might have just spawned here in the night raid. Then you go to the heat map here and have a look. Okay, there's a WPC blueprint available here, a lightweight blueprint here, and many others beyond that. What exactly do I have to do for it, or which containers do I have to loot? I have to say that it is incredibly cool. That's why I can only recommend it to you. But by making this a favorite on both your PC and your mobile phone, you'll save yourself a significant amount of time spent navigating the various maps. This will allow you to quickly assess which locations are worth exploring and which you can safely bypass. So you can also sign up on this page and basically store your data within this entire system. This data will then be verified by multiple different people who will then say, okay, what he's entered, there definitely matches. There's no problem at all. As the data's reliability increases and as more feedback is received confirming its accuracy, we gain greater confidence. A higher number of registered votes directly translates to a higher rank for this blueprint. That's why you see here, for example, what is this? The equalizer is green. There is not enough data yet, or here are the gumps. I don't think there are that many who enter the gumps here, but for example, the alien, for example, very high, or here the things alien, it should definitely be on Stellamontes. Stellamontes was clear. You turn on the heat map up. It was quite clear to me because I've found the heat the holidays so often now, and I knew exactly the upper floor in you. Oh my god, I haven't looked at that yet. You can find the Fien pretty much everywhere in the night raid from Antes, but I can recommend this area to you. This area is definitely very common for the night raid. It's likely the simplest blueprint to obtain considering the legendary aspect, and generally speaking, it's certainly among the easiest blueprints from a weapon standpoint, in my opinion. Okay, so now I believe I've spent enough time discussing this topic. I can tell you I can only warmly recommend this page. Give me feedback, give me a thumbs up, and so on and so forth. And I would say I remain with kind regards. Stay healthy, and I wish you a nice start to the weekend. Hashtag those who read all the way through the comments. I awarded 3 points to